I told you it was banger after banger after banger. That's right. Nothing but good earnings coming out here. It's freaking crazy. This is a massive day. There's so many good freaking companies reporting earnings. We're going to talk about Apple right now. Obviously, the thing's up too. I like it. So far, we had some great reactions to some of these earnings, and they've been ridiculous earnings too. So far, this entire earnings season, I've seen some fantastic numbers, incredible beats. I'm happy about this. Let's see what Apple can do. Obviously, up 3% after hours. You got to look. We always look at the history of this stock over the last year. See what it's done. Up 87%. Decent gains overall. Some around in line with some of the higher tech company earnings that I've seen as far as movement. So not too crazy. Let's look at this stuff. I'm expecting great numbers. Not even looking. Double beat. It doesn't take. Oh my. I'll get to it in a second. Just cover it for me. I peaked. Quarter 2 GAAP EPS of $1.40 beats by 42 cents. Great beat in terms of profitability. I like seeing that a lot. It's really good numbers. That's really good. This is it. It can't be real. This can't be real. Revenue of $89.6 billion, up 53% year over year. Beats by $12 billion? There's no way. That can't be real. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. What? That's incredible. That's freaking crazy. iPhone came in at $48 billion compared to a 40.8 consensus. Oh my gosh. Mac, 9.1 compared to a 6.9 consensus. iPad, 7.8 compared to a 5.8 consensus. What? Wearables, 7.8 compared to 7.45. Services, 16.9 compared to 15.53. This company's up 3%, you say? What? This is the most incredible earnings I've seen in my life. I'm just going to be honest. Just all seriousness. I've never seen such a massive smasher. That's right. We've got even better news. The company also rose the quarterly dividend 7%. Dividend increase as well? Increased $90 billion onto the share repurchase program too? What the crap? We're returning money to the shareholders left and right. Just for demonstration purposes. It's not easy to make it rain with only $2. I need that dollar. I can't lose that. Whoa! I got so excited I clicked. Look. I'm saving this money, by the way. I need these. This is incredible. I mean, it's an incredible number. I don't know how this is even feasible that they're able to do that. Good dividend raise. Let's look at some of the finer details. Easily top expectations. Not a shocker. Dividend hike. We love seeing that. Revenues jumping massively. What a shocker. Gross margin rose to $38.1 billion compared to a year ago, $22.4. How? Ooh. Operating expenses were up slightly, 10.6 versus the 9.5 billion. Operating income more than doubled, as did net income. Net income came in at 23.6 billion from 11.2 of last year's. Doubled the net income line. That's beautiful. We love seeing that. This iPhone number just shocks me too. They specifically mentioned on here. It shocks me. I mean, that's incredible. Let's look at these financial statements, okay? We're looking at these. We'll see what we can find here. So products, obviously you see products as a whole from a 3-month ending perspective. Look at the difference here. $72.6 billion compared to $44.9. And services too. $16.9 compared to $13.3. That is what we call a beautiful, beautiful line. net income here. 6 months ending sitting at 52.3 compared to 33.4. This company's bringing in cashish, pure cashish. There's no other way to say it. Net sales by segment. We do like to look at area. America's obviously made up the majority here, but increases in every single area. Asia Pacific doubling, pretty incredible. Nearly doubling in the Greater China area. Europe, that's right, nearly doubling. It's crazy. By category, we saw. These are the numbers that I think are crazy. So iPhone last year in this quarter, which was, by the way, a great time, but now we have 5G iPhones. 5G. Did that correlate right to what you saw? G. Yeah. Now it did. Maybe. iPhone, that's crazy. $48 billion compared to $29 billion. Oh my gosh, I don't know how that's feasible. Even Mac 9.1 compared to 5.3 of the year ago's quarter. iPad 7.8 compared to 4.3. Crazy. Wearable 7.8 compared to 6.2. And services, as we saw, 16.9 compared to 13.3. I don't know how a company of this size can grow their revenue 50% year over year. I don't know how that's feasible. I just got to be honest with you. It is something that I find just astounding. And I think you should too. I don't think there's any way to doubt it. Growing by over 50% is incredible. Here's the balance sheet. I'm going to expect decent things, I hope. They're giving me a comparison of 6 months ending. Every company does it different, but total current assets at 121 billion compared to 143 billion. Overall slight decrease in marketable securities. Probably sold some off. I'm going to assume some assets or some liabilities may have seen a decline. Maybe, I hope so. But total assets in general at 337 billion compared to 323. So they might have transferred it into long-term marketable securities, it looks like. So assets rose. From a liability standpoint, 106 billion compared to 105 billion. Saw an increase in total current assets. And total liabilities in general saw an increase as well, actually. 267.9 compared to 258 billion. So stockholder equity is actually not incredible on this company, I wouldn't say. It's nice though. 69 billion compared to 65 billion. Saw a nice increase. The balance sheet's not like loaded because of a lot of long-term debt. But the company's got such a feasibility to pay it off. This quarter alone, they brought in 22 billion in net income. Total debt for them, total long-term debt here is only 100 billion. That's 5 quarters they've paid it off entirely, at this rate at least. So it's hard to say. This is a absolutely ridiculous quarter. The fact that this stock's only at 3% up seems crazy. Now we got to talk about valuation because it's important. $2.2 trillion market cap. Worth mentioning. The company's going to bring in around $400 billion this year. Probably close to probably close to 400 trillion. 400 trillion. That would be incredible. Probably close to 400 billion, a little bit less. Overall, not that expensive, all things considered. If you look at it, we're talking about 6 times the value there. That's not that expensive. A P ratio at 36 is right around where the market's at. This is a company that deserves to be valued a lot higher than the overall market does, just being honest with you. If you're able to grow your business 50% while increasing revenue $30 billion year over year, $30 billion, that is a company that warrants a higher valuation. Let's just be honest. 3% increase, not quite enough for this company. This is a stock that I think it's a big long-term buy and hold. Apple, you'll never be disappointed with it. Obviously, the company cares because they're returning to shareholders with share buybacks and a dividend increase as well. This company is fantastic in what they do. It's hard to say. This is a smasher. Please buy.